Sometimes you can have a real close friend, right? And she can mean more to you than you can ever imagine. Listen, I got a real crazy story about my homegirl and I. I'ma be real honest, I'm not gonna even try to lie. We were real good friends, living and enjoying life. Friendship so down to earth, y'all. I can call her about some women advice. Then one day she invited me over, and I never thought nothing about it. She said, I got something to tell you, Z, and I'm so tired of trying to hide it. Things started out nice and easy, having a good old time. Never in a million years ever thought about crossing that line. She said we've been friends for more than 10 years. I wanna know, I gotta know, how the thing feel? She said I'm knee deep, baby. Oh, too far in to turn around. She don't understand it, but she said I'm knee deep, baby. She said she couldn't help herself. She too far in to turn around. But wait, there's more. No, we didn't mean for this to go this far. No, we didn't mean for this to happen. I don't wanna ruin this friendship, girl, due to some temporary passion. Oh, she says, see, you're right. We can just act like we never did it, no. I said, it sounds good to me. Let's cut it out before we catch feelings. Oh, sometime when bad things got back to normal. Things got back to how they used to be. Then all of a sudden, the doorbell rang. That's what she told me. She said, I found me a man. Got you a what? And he's a real cool fella. Hold on, wait. Yeah, it's all fine and dandy. Baby, look. But it's something that I gotta tell you. Come here. I grabbed her by her hands. Just sit right here. I told her to sit right here. I didn't even have to say nothing. She saw it all in my teeth, baby. How could this happen to me? Too far in to turn around.
Well. Here we go again. Boy, look at here.
I didn't know what I had first.
Woo.
I was too blind to the fact.
What you gonna do? What are you going to do? Yes, it is Monday, and we're here to chop it up. Hey, welcome to For the Record, the word on the street. Boy, listen here, y'all. The day. Boy, listen. I mean, I have something to say today, but I'm still not gonna keep you long. That's what I always say. I'm not gonna keep you long, but I just have something to say because boy, look at here. I'm knee deep. This thing is knee deep. But welcome to For the Record, the word on the street. My name is Lamar, but you can call me Trey. But hey, we're just here to chop it up for a minute, talk about a little something. get a load off, see how it's swinging on your side of the street. Hey, hopefully you're doing okay. I'm doing okay. Yeah. Now, you can hit me up on 3 other platforms: Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. If you don't catch the live view, hey, maybe you can go back and catch it on the rebound. Yeah. It's going to be just as good. Sometime when you have to sit over day or sit overnight, hey, the season set in. Hey, that's you, man. That dressing is slinging. Those spaghettis are slinging. All right. Yes, 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 yes. So do me a favor if you would. Just go ahead and hit that, like button, thumbs up, tweet or retweet, however you see yourself doing it. Or you can, if you feel like it, give it a thumbs down. Hey, boom, hit it. Yeah, if you think a thumbs down is worth it, hey, I'm not gonna be mad at you. That's how you see it on your side of the street. But just why don't you go ahead and hit a comment, Yeah, hit the comment, so let me know, hey, why was your decision that way? Why you were thinking that? What was your thought process that said, hey, I'm gonna give you a thumbs down. And if you want to do a comment on thumbs up, hey, do the same, give me some feedback. Let me know how we doing, so that I can hopefully, engage in what we're doing. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So yeah, hey, listen. You know, most of the time, when people get blindsided, they really know. They already know, what's about to go down. Most of the time, they do. But it's on rare occasions where you know you get totally blindsided. You were clueless, and you didn't even have an idea that the crap was about to hit the fan. You know, but most of the time we know the crap is about to hit the fan. We just don't know when. Yeah, especially here in America, we know the crap is getting ready to hit the fan, but we just don't know when. And some folk, they just they know the crap is getting ready to hit the fan, but they just refuse to believe it. They just put on their little gargles and face masks and walk into the pile of crap everywhere. But I don't think we should be living that way. What do you think? Is that how we should be living? Yeah, I don't really think we should be living that way, man. I think we're better than that. I really do. I think we are better than that. And so I want to take a look at a couple of things, tonight, and because right now America, man, we're in it deep. I think we're beyond knee deep. I think we're waist deep, wading in crap. And if you get flip flops on, baby, your feet are stinking right about now. Yeah, yeah, especially when it comes to us. You know, yeah, yeah, because the bottom always catch hell. We catch everything flowing down. And I'm gonna tell you something. It is hard swimming upstream, especially a stream of crap. And I think it's time to do a U-turn. I think it's time to make them jokers do a U-turn, get them off us, because they're having their way too often. Yeah, they're having their way too often, and they're having their way and throwing their hands up and walking like hey, did I do that? Yeah, you did that. That's what you did. That's what you did. Yeah, and so yeah. And I understand when somebody injures you, and it is time for them to pay. Yeah, yeah. They ought to pay, and I say pay with more than just finance in some instances, because when somebody loses their life, there's no coming back from that. There just isn't any coming back from life. I don't care what anybody say. Once you're dead, you're dead. You're stone cold. They're gonna either cremate you, or they're gonna let your body rot somewhere, or they're gonna throw you in a ditch, or throw you in the ocean. Yeah, that's what it is. And so I'm sorry. You know, it just ain't gonna get it. I'm sorry, just not going to get it, and I don't care who gets upset. All you good Christian folks out there, I'm sorry. I want my loved one. Yeah, and natural death. Okay, natural death happens, but to straight up, you know, murder somebody? No, no, I'm not. I'm not eating that sandwich. That sandwich right there, I cannot eat. You got to get it somebody who likes that kind of stuff. But I don't. I'm not with that sandwich. I don't care how you dress it up. You can put it can be a steak sandwich. I don't want it because you a murderer. Yeah, because you are a murderer. You straight up murdered this young man, and we're going to be talking about that in a moment. We're going to be talking about that, and just so that you know, I'm not advocating lawlessness because there's a place. Yeah, there's a place for bad actors, and I believe they need to be dealt with. But just because somebody's labeled a bad actor, okay, does it take? Are they supposed to be hunted down like animals? And you don't even do dogs like that. Rabbit dog. They don't even do animals. They don't even no. They don't even do them like that. They got all kinds of sanctuaries for animals. Tree huggers. Yeah, yeah, yeah. They got all kinds. But when it comes to humans, from the womb to the tomb, it's like they hate them. When I say they, I'm talking about people. Self hate. So yeah, we're gonna get it. We're gonna get into that today. We're gonna get into that. Yeah. So like what I always like to do is we'll take a look at the thumbnail and just recapture what we're going to be talking about today. Because I'm telling you, we're in it knee deep. We're in it knee deep. We're in it knee deep. So today's topic, today we're going to talk about, you're trying to figure out what's behind door number one. What's behind door number one? Because door number two and door number three ain't working. We tried door number two and door number three, but it's just not working for us. It's just not working for us. Door number two is not working for us. It's just not. And so I say that we need to really tighten up. Need to tighten it up. Need to tighten this thing up because if we keep on going the way we're going, Lord have mercy. You know, yeah. Somebody can jump. Someone can say, "I'm," the common excuse. I'm afraid for my life. Listen, baby, if you're in law enforcement and if you're that afraid, you need to get another job. You need to be selling pizza, or you need to be selling ice cream, or cutting grass somewhere. But you don't need to be in law enforcement if you're that afraid, because that is a dangerous job. Now, I'm not saying that there are situations where that you shouldn't be afraid. Yeah, that's not it. That is not it. That's not it. But what I'm saying if that's is that the best you got to say every time you walk through a door, you're afraid, and my first inclination is to shoot first and ask questions later or tell a lie later? No, that's not cutting it. And it shouldn't have been cutting it as long as it has been cutting it now. Yeah, we should have not allowed that kind of junk to be going on right now. We just shouldn't. Yeah. So I say to you, I say to you this, you know, um, yeah. If you're that afraid of being, killed or shot, you need to get another job, baby. It is nothing. Listen, it is not disgraceful or unseemly or uncomely that if you feel as if that you cannot do the job to change your job. I mean, if you enjoy law enforcement, but you just cannot work in that capacity, yes, go ahead and change. Yeah, change, get another job, but don't be a beat cop. Don't be a SWAT person. You just can't. Don't do that because the fact of the matter is, you're not only putting your life in danger, but you're putting the life of your fellow team members. Yeah, yeah, you're doing that. Yeah, you're putting their life online as well. So you don't want to do that. Why? Who wants to do that? That's not right. It's just not right. And so I just want to talk about uh, the army, the Amar lock, uh, 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 you know, I call it tragedy. That's what it is. It's becoming a common thing. It's always been a common thing, but now this. You talk about Minnesota, Minneapolis. Didn't you just go through some? Didn't they just go through? Uh, 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 and currently still going through. They got three other folk that they were trying for the George Floyd case. But haven't they learned already? Haven't they not got the memo that what they're doing is not working, especially for us? Yeah, it's time for they're I mean they're too deep in it right now. It's time for them to do a U-turn. It's time for them to turn around, step back. It is time. It's past time, and it's also time for the nation to hold be held responsible for this as well. Because the government that you get is the one that you either choose or not participate in. Yeah, yeah. And so to act as if you're surprised when someone you know gets killed on a no knock warrant. Don't tell me this. They have more. They have a more success rate than a failure rate. That doesn't make any sense. Because if you have one, if you kill one, if you murder one person, that's too many people. That's just how I see it on my side of the street. If you murder one, if the law enforcement, because that's what they did to that young man, if you murder one person, that's one too many. That's one too many persons that you have murdered. And normally we lock up murderers. Yeah, we take them and get them photographed and printed up, and and they say you're innocent until proven guilty. That doesn't apply if you have a badge, because if you have a badge, they're all for you. Hey, you're really innocent. You know how I know? Because they don't get mug shot, and they don't get fingerprinted. They might get suspended or something like that, but that's all as far as they go until somebody starts screaming. And then they may take some act, or if they have a attorney general who does not put up with that foolishness. Yeah, but otherwise they just let it slide. The police unions, they start circling the wagon and protecting. And I understand that. I'm not saying just let people run over each other, because that's not fair as well. But what is unequally fair is that they get a hand up. Now let me ask you a question. I know there's some intelligent people listening to this to me tonight. I know there are. And you intelligent people, I'm gonna ask you a question. All right. So when you go take a test, okay, now, most of the time, and I'm not talking about an open book test, because that's what the police are doing. They have an open book test. When you go take a test, your final exam, when you take your final exam, hey, guess what? You better have your bases covered. You're gonna have to know what you're doing, right? Okay. There's no cheating, because if they find you cheating, guess what? You're out of here. And that's the same thing about, even if you're taking an open book test, you're only allowed to use the materials that they say that you can use. You can't use most of the time you can't use any no phone to call a lifeline and say, hey Jim, give them the question and they give you the answer. No, no, that's cheating. That is cheating. And so that's what the cops do. That's what the law enforcement do. They cheat. No, they're supposed to be following the law. And so if they're doing anything that is not lawful, to me that's I'm talking about knowingly now, because knowingly now knowingly, if they do anything that they knowingly doing unlawful, that's grounds for termination. And not only just termination, that should be grounds for some, I believe, some prosecution. Yeah, because they broke the law. Yeah, they should be. Yeah, law enforcement should be held to a higher standard than than the public, because they have they have lethal force. Yeah, they have lethal force. And not only do they have a lethal force, they have public trust. And when you breach either one of those, you become knee deep. You knee deep. There is a problem. There's a big problem if that's the case. And so this that should not be the case. That should not ever be the case. That law enforcement become a place where they are just out there, breaking the law and getting away with it. Make it, faking it until they make it. If they're not ready, they shouldn't be out there. I don't care. If they're not ready, they shouldn't be out there. If they're afraid, they shouldn't be out there. If they're untrustworthy, they shouldn't be out there. They should, listen, the standard for law enforcement should be that the bar should be high. Now law enforcement shouldn't be high, but the bar should be high, but attainable. I'm not saying so high that it can't be attained. That's not what I'm saying. The bar should be high, and the person who are trying to fill that position should be able to attain that bar. Now, someone would say something like, "Well, what about if we don't have too many?" Hey, listen. I'd rather have a few good ones than a bunch of bad ones. That's the way I see it. I'd rather have a few good ones than a bunch of bad ones. And when I say bad ones, I'm talking about bad ones. Yeah, ones that How can I trust you if you're a liar? How can I trust you if you are going to do skirt the law? Then you might as well join the other side. You're just a gang with a badge. You're a gang with the government backing. That's all. You know better if that's your attitude of getting things done. Yeah, if that's the attitude, then you're no better than the gangs. Then we all need to be armed and dangerous, because nobody is what they're supposed to be, and that's just too much. That's just too much right there. We need to hold back on that. And so this officer, uh, Mark Hannemann, that was the officer's name, who shot um, Amar Locke. He was the one. Now, like I said, in the heat of the moment, things happen. Now, 9 seconds after they entered the door, that's when they killed this young man. Now, this young man was only 22 years old. So there was a whole bunch of things that's wrong with this. A whole bunch, a heap of things that makes this scenario, really, really bad. One of the things, but the first thing, besides killing this young man, he was innocent. Now, why did I say he was innocent? And nobody's really innocent, but he wasn't the one that they were looking for, you know. And even if he was the one they were looking for, according to the law, he's innocent until proven guilty. That's what the law says. But we have a lot of innocent people locked up. We have a lot of innocent people. They either need to get rid of that law. I mean, innocent to proven guilty, and just call it out like it is. Yeah, everybody's. If we say so, you're guilty. You're just you're guilty. We just need to put you before the court and let them determine. What I said about you is true. That's what it really boils down to. We're guilty in the eyes of the law enforcement. That's how they see us. We are guilty, and now we're going to have to prove our guilt or innocent. It's not innocent. We're not proving our innocent, because if you were innocent, you wouldn't be locked up. But you gotta disprove your guiltiness according to the statute of the law. But see, people get hoodwinked. If they say it, often enough that they may think it's true, but those who know it's not true. And the thing about it again, we just wade in the water. We know that's not right, but because again, the civilian population is I'm gonna say this word, and you can hang up now. The civilian population is chicken shit. That's what they are. Yeah, I said it. The civilian population is chicken shit because they let this kind of thing, go, through. Yeah, there's some protests, but yeah, how many? What's a protest? That man is dead. After the Breonna Taylor thing, no knock warrants should be banned, or at least curtailed nationally, not just in one city, one state, one. No, it should be banned. Just what I'm saying. But we have these people out here. As long as they're not you know you know at my door, I'm okay with it. That's how they see it. Majority. The majority of people say, as long as there's not. Oh, a lot of folk might feel some kind of way about the situation, but they don't feel enough to really get out there, and make a change. They just don't feel it. Just don't feel it because they're chicken shit. America is chicken shit. That's exactly. There's no better way to say that. Yeah. Or yeah, there's a better way. They're chicken poop. Yeah, they're just chicken poop. Yeah, they're just fertilizer. Just fertilizer for the ground to let bad things grow. That's all we're doing. Fertilizer for the ground to let bad things grow, and now the bad things are growing, real fast and real often. Okay, because we don't do what is right, and I get it, and I really do. I get it. I understand. Because I'm part of that problem as well. Yeah, because there's some things that I don't do, and I know I should be doing. But on this particular issue, when it comes to human life, there's no bend. To me, there's no bend. There's no turn. There's no walking away. Because I really mean it. I really mean it. The government of the United States needs to be held accountable. All of them. The citizenry, the government officials, from the dog catcher to the president. I said it to him too. DOJ, I said it. All of them. Yes. All they're doing is lining their pockets. They're lining their pockets. Now, I'm not saying that they're not going to talk about this, but it's 24/7. They're talking about it. They're going to talk about it for the next 2 or 3 weeks. Then it's like let them blow off steam. Put them in a drunk tank. Let them just blow off steam. Put him in a drunk tank, and he'll get over it. And that's what Americans do. Oh yeah, they huff and they puff, but they never blow the house down. They just huff and puff, and they never blow the house down. All the while, the burglars are just stealing, raping and pillaging, and the civilian population, all they're doing is huffing and puffing. Because there's a fix to this. To every problem there is a solution. It is. And some are bad, and some are good, and some are better. But there is a best solution. But the fact of the matter is, America is so divided. Yeah, America is so divided. They are not willing to come together on things that are right. They're just not. They are. They are not. They're not. They're too divided, and so that what really makes me just scratch my head. That really does. Now they got hear rumors of the NATO allies are going to punish the Russians if they invade uh, you know uh, 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 this other country. Yeah, well, you can hold your breath on that one. They can't listen. They can't even get together here in their own country. About the invasion here that we have. Yeah, I said it. Yeah, the invasion that we have here, the white supremacist invasion of his own the system here. Yeah, and they're trying to dictate and flex across the sea. Come on now, come on now, come on now. Yeah, a divided country, it's not going to stand. We can't even get on board with that. We can't even get on board with that. We're so toe up. 4 ways from Sunday. Yeah, yeah, we're knee deep. Yeah, we're knee deep, and we need to turn around and see. It always seemed to happen this kind of way. Like I said, when people get blindsided, they know it's coming. They just don't know when. Yeah, they most of the time they know it's coming, but because your spider senses are tingling, and things are happening, and but you just don't know when. And the enemy, they use that old delay tactic, try to get a sneak attack in on you. All right, okay, if that's how you see it, you know, but that's not how it is, because the enemy knows when they're going to attack you. They know exactly when. They're looking for that opportunity, and so when they strike and you're not prepared, whose fault is that? When you know the attack is coming, you don't know when, but you know the attack is coming. And so when the thief breaks into your house, look, I'm going to ask you, back when I was growing up, you could leave your door open, and people would come in and borrow some sugar and leave you a note, say, hey, I got some sugar, so I'm gonna pay you back when I get my groceries. Yeah, that's the way we used to do it back when I was growing up. But now they got bars, they got cameras, they got traps, man. You can't do that no. You can't do that now, because they don't know when you're gonna come, but they know you're coming. And that's the case in this society right now. We know law the government is crooked as hell. That's right, I said it. The government is crooked as hell. I'm talking about the U.S. government, and not only the U.S. government. I venture that all the government is this way. I don't know a perfect government, but I'm just talking about this one right now. That's as crooked as hell, and we know this. We know they're coming, but we don't know when. So you better be prepared. Yeah, you better be prepared. You got to ask yourself the question. You know, yeah, yeah, have you ever been knee deep? And if you have, what did you do to turn it around? America, you're knee deep. I venture to say you're waist deep. What are you going to do to turn this thing around so you can get back to your first love, the people? That's the first love, the people. But see, these greedy corporations, these hungry money changers, they're making it as hard as possible. They're making it as hard as possible to so that you won't turn around. But you cannot let them do this. It's all listen. I say it every chance I get. It's about the money, baby. About the money. It's about the money. Even the murder of this young man was about you can trace it to the money. Now, how can I do that? Well, this person, he probably was thinking, hey, if I tell the truth, I'm gonna get fired. Then I won't have no job. No, now I won't have no money. I got a mortgage. I got a kid in college, and all yada yada yada. It's about the money. It can always go back to the money. Always goes back to the money. Yes, and so this this. So I'm not gonna call him a murderer because I'm because he know what he is, you know, but whether he did it on purpose or whether he did it accidentally, you know, the system aided and abetted him to do that. First of all, uh, the young, they had a key. Now come on now, they had a key to the apartment. Now you tell me something. Now tell me something. Tell me something. you know, uh, I mean, I have never had any uh, uh, no knock warrant served on me, you know. But normally, what I can say that they at least they turned the key and let themselves in. But that tells me one thing, somebody planned that event. I mean, to get a key, to somebody else's residence, that had to be planned. I don't care what you say. Now it just appears to me it was bad planning. They planned it, but it was bad planning. It was bad planning, and to top it off, you know, this event didn't even have to happen. That's right. This event didn't even have to happen. Now, what am I saying? You see, 'cause initially, when the request was sent out, there were folks saying, "No, we don't need to, we don't need to do a no knock warrant." But the law enforcement insisted. So they should be held accountable. If you insisted to have a no knock warrant at a place where you were not, obviously you were not sure that the person you were after was there. You didn't do your research. You just didn't do your research. Again, that's something that has to be hashed out. If you're going to get a no knock warrant on any place, I don't care, not only there somebody's house or somebody's been anywhere. If you're going to get a no knock warrant, that warrant need to be airtight. Airtight. Airtight, meaning that it's the right place, and the person that you are, the person or thing that you're after is in that place. Otherwise, you okay. Again, a case need to be brought against that agency. And see, this is the thing. Not only just a case for the bag, I'm talking about a case for the badge. Because I don't know who was in who I don't know who was in charge of that, but whoever was in charge, they need to be fired because they didn't do their job. I don't think they did their job. If I did that, listen. If I did that, they'll classify me as incompetent. Yeah, that's what they'll say. You're incompetent. You mean to tell me you didn't scope out the position? It was not like you just walked up on this person or walked up into the apartment. No, you had a key. That was a purpose filled event. There should have been some sort of strategy, and it should have known who was there. Is that too much to ask to find out who's there? Surveillance, is that too much to ask for the safety of others? Is that too much to ask? And then to try to lie your way out of it. I thank God there was body cam. Because let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. You know, hey, they're figuring it out. They're figuring it out because as they open door to go into the place, they followed some sort of protocol because they announced themselves. So what is that telling me? You should see they have been through this before. They have been through this before. So they know what to do. They just didn't do it. They didn't do their due diligence. So that's somebody's at fault here. Somebody's at fault. This is a young man, 22 years old, died because not only a lot of people didn't do their job. A lot of folk didn't do the job. And so you're going to have these people, I'm going to tell you what's going to go down. You're going to have these people clamoring about, well, we need law enforcement. See, they're going to be beating this drum. They're going to be beating this drum as you see. No, there you go. You're going to start talking about defunding the police. We're not talking. Listen, that's some chicken poop that the not only the right wing but the left wing nuts are talking about. We're not saying defund the police, because we need good law enforcement personnel, but we don't need no bad ones. So we don't need no bad ones. We don't need no bad ones. We got enough of them. We need to get rid of some of them. And then if you get rid of some of those bad ones, you'll free up some money. Yeah, if you free up some, you'll free up some finances if you get rid of some of those bad ones. Not some of them. Get rid of all of them, I'll say. But yeah, start off where you start off. Yeah, and hey, and if you got to get a whole new crop, train them from 0 to 50, do it. Do it. Turn around. We're knee deep. We're knee deep. We're knee deep in this poop, and we need to get it cleaned up. But we won't be able to get it cleaned up if we don't come together on this. You got this thing where you're right, I'm left, I'm center, I'm progressive, you're conservative. That's bull crap. When somebody died, they've ceased to be any of that. Human life. Human life. Yeah, human life. Yeah, human life. I think it's more precious than all your mumble jumble. Yeah. You're just talking heads. All. Yeah. Stop talking about it and be about it. So Minnesota, don't feel bad. You know why you shouldn't feel bad? Because you ain't the only one. You're in great company. You got 49 other states that need to catch up. You got 49 other states. Blue, red, Democrat, Republican. Then left, right. They all need to catch up. They all need to catch up because what's behind door number one just ain't working. What was behind door number two is not working. What's happening door number three? Hey, it's not working. None of that is working. None of that is working because if it's working, Amar Locke would not be dead tonight. He would. He I don't know what he would have been doing, but he sure wouldn't have been dead. 22 years old, sitting down in a chair with a blanket over his head, asleep. Just think about that. In his relative's house, in what we call, land of the free and home of the brave. Those were cowards who broke through that door and killed that young man. There was nothing brave about him. Not a thing. Not one thing was brave about them. Now, I'm going to get ready to close here in a moment, But I just want to make it known, that and if we don't stop it. I'm not talking about doing better, because our boy, look at, if this is the best we can do, we might as well just pack it up. We might as well pack it up, head east, north, south, and west. We might as well pack it up, because this country is gonna go to hell in a handbasket. That's a fact. That's a fact. Yeah, we don't. I'm not talking about let us all agree on everything, because that's never going to happen either. But there's some basic things that we should be able to agree on, and the very basic is life. All life is precious. All life is precious, and those who take a life need to be held accountable. Yes, those who take a life need to be held accountable, and especially if they are wearing an emblem of law enforcement. I don't care if you're the FBI, CIA, NIS, whatever. You know, beat cop, street cop, whatever, patrol cop, stop sign cop, meter maid. I don't care. You all, if you're in law enforcement, you need to be held to a higher standard. Why should I come to you if you don't know more than me or do better than me? Yeah, you're supposed to be the subject matter expert, but what you're proving to be, an ordinary Joe that makes civilians say, "I can do that." Yeah, that's why it used to be. Well, that's one reason. That's why, but there's one reason why they would put the um, more trust and or more weight on what a law enforcement officer, you know, would say. But now you're a fool if you just naively put that much weight on what an officer said. You're a fool. They need to be challenged. Their word need to be challenged in the beginning. Their word need to be verifiable. Just because they say so, don't mean it is so. Because they lie. We didn't found it out. The cams show it. They lie. And the funny, and not funny as ha ha ha, but the odd thing is they can lie. Ain't that something? They can lie and don't be held accountable for their lie. But if we lie to them, oh, we can go to jail for lying. Ain't that a bitch? I said it. That's crazy. They should be held to a higher standard. Meaning, no, I'm saying deliberately lie, and they know what the truth is, they should be held accountable. They shouldn't be able to do that. They shouldn't be able to do that. A crime is a crime is a crime. And false witness is a crime. It should be a crime on both sides of the street. One side shouldn't be able to lie and get away with it, while the other side get punched down for doing it. If it's a crime, it's a crime. Then that crime should fit everybody who does that crime. That crime should not only be levied against the one group of people and not be levied against the other group of people with the same weight and same force. Throw the book at him. He lied. Oh, you lied? Okay, we'll give you a timeout in the corner. That's bull. That's just straight up bull. Knee deep. America, we knee deep. We're sinking. And the reason we're sinking is not because we don't know it. It's because we're just bumping our gums until it's your turn. Until it's your turn. Yes. Oh, the world, yeah. The rest of the world's watching. Russia's watching. North Korea's watching. China's watching. Yeah, all your so-called enemies are watching. Yeah. How can you say that you're a beacon of light when you're full of darkness? You're telling somebody else to treat their people with dignity and respect, and you're kicking your doors down, kicking your people's door down, and shooting them while they're in a chair with a blanket over their head. Now, see that right there doesn't resonate with a lot of folk because a lot of folk are going to make excuses. Well, he shouldn't have been at war. Where else should he have been? He didn't do anything wrong. The people who shouldn't have been there are the people who killed him. Those are the people who shouldn't have been there. Come on now, you got to pass the smell test, and that stinking that stink. That stink. It just stink. And so I mean, now I know this gentleman. His life is forever altered. Yeah, yeah. His life is forever altered because of the event that happened that night. I don't know his state of mind. I don't know his conscience. I don't. All I know is he was wrong, and now it's time for him, to step up. It is time for him to step up. Time for him to step up and do, you know, do what he should. We should do. Yeah, that's what. That's the, yeah, that's the consequence. That is the consequence. Yeah, that is the consequence of your action. Now, I don't, there's a whole lot of families are going to be busted up over this. His family, and I know, Locke's family, they're busted up. But here's the thing, family. I'm talking to the Locke family now. Don't settle for the bag. Don't just settle for the bag, because they're going to sue the city, get them a couple $1 million, or settle some old, yang yang. Okay, well, go get the bag. But if is that what this is all about? Getting the bag? Yeah. Is this if that's what it's all about? Getting the bag? Because if this is all it's about, if this is what it is all about, getting the bag, ma'am, I'm gonna tell you right now, you'll be part of the problem as well. Yeah, yeah. You'll never get justice for your son, but what you can do is advocate for other, families' sons or daughters. That's right. If you get $1 million, hell, what you need to do, quit your job and campaign, 24/7 to get for reform in your area. Now that's how you honor a mayor. Yeah, don't just get the bag and go on vacation. You know, thank you, son. No, that's bull. Help somebody else's son or daughter. Yeah, stay at it. Stay at it. Don't make this a one off. Until they change the way they conduct business, until they do that, you need to be all up in their grill. You need to be knee deep all up in their butt, because you'll have the resources to do it. And all you other parents who have lost their loved ones through law enforcement violence, yeah, the same. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You need to do the same. Start a coalition about for all the parents or children who have lost somebody due to law enforcement violence. Make a change. Now this is the time. I mean, it's past due. I'm to be honest with you. It's past due. We don't need another one. No, we don't need another one on both sides of the equation. We just don't. So make a difference. Make a difference. Make a difference while you can. Don't take that money and go on vacation, buy some Gucci shoes and all that. No, that's you know. But that's your bag. That's how you see it. But what happens is, you cause other folks to lead to lose uh, um, you know respect for the cause. Because why should I join this cause when the only people getting paid are the parents, and they get the bag and they run off with it? No, that's not what No, and I know you didn't ask for this. Didn't ask for this. Parents and of sons and daughters, or relatives who've died due to police violence. I know you didn't ask for it, but sometimes greatness comes when you don't ask for it. Greatness comes when you don't ask for it, and when it's time for you to meet the challenge, I believe you will. I believe you will. I believe you will. Yes, I believe you will. Well, all right, y'all. All right, y'all. Hey, listen, listen. To all the um, um, survivors. Now, when I say survivors, I'm talking the parents and relatives of people who have been killed by law enforcement. You know, you know. I have this. I just have this simple message for you, and I hope you find some sort of solace in it. Yeah, it says, weeping may endure for a night. Yeah, and let me tell you, you know, no one, including myself, can tell you how to grieve. I just, that's a private thing. It's a private thing. So no one can tell you how to grieve. But let me tell you this: on the other side of the mountain, while weeping may endure for a night, if you just hold on and you honor your relative who's been taken away due to um, law enforcement violence, joy will come in the morning. You can make a new day. You can make a new day if you continue to fight. I'm not saying it's going to be easy. I'm not even saying it's going to be simple. But what I'm saying to you, if we just all stick together and push this rock up the hill, we're going to get there. We're going to get there. We're going to get there. But we all got to work together. All right, y'all. Time's up. Time's up. And I thank you again for joining me tonight. I hope that something was said here that sparked, that made a difference, that made you think, you know, that made you think about what is really going on here in these Americas, here in our home. And not only listen, and I got viewers, in other places. And I just say this. I just say this. Wherever you are, whatever difficulty that your government is placing on you, and I can't say, how you handle your business there, but I'm saying to you, handle it. That's what I'm saying. How you do it, I don't know. But what I am saying, you need to handle it. Because if you don't handle it, guess what? It's going to handle you. And, one by one, they're going to pick you off. That's right. Yeah, they're going to pick you off. Eventually, you're going to be standing by yourself, and you're going to look to your right, and you're going to look to your left, and you're going to say, hey, where is my help? And your help is not going to be there because you were not in the fray, and they went and just, took care of your people. All right. Take care. God bless you. And listen, until the next time, I see you Thursday at 9. That's how I see it. For the record, hey, peace.